watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart. As I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart. As I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass rock.
You know how to cool in here.
For a walk to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, enough more to build solid foundation. My crown chakra core and hill pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war. Protein powder and alien entities. I decree this morning. Send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast, now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them, destroy this de facto government, and its forms, establish Big Mom's household, she may restore him, a great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass rock. Relax, coach, note to self, quit play, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk, it's fast. Most of Section 80 with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist of their cash. Sad shit, watch videos with other subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo, strong menstrual shows, the lands contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry, liquid chemicals, technology. Got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a X-box. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest fly. Like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark. Water, I'm on the front line, X-Martial spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best sport. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drops.
Perfect. Cap, it's good.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors.
You're kidding me, man.
You've always had a father, the author of your flow, the show fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I blaze, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. But chief, I'm still teaching you like
Jesus,
my healing, reaching you this like me, lock and chain. Black hills begin true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You shine like me, the crown sprout. But unlike me, shine you haven't turned down loud. Smoke screen, which surrounds you, shrouds your sound. My shout aloud, your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profuse. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, and who I'm well pleased. Okay, your vision is resplendent, my my descending when filming your intuition extends the lenses.
That's what they have the IDF and the YF. That's what they have to do. Wait so you can jump on. How y'all doing? No problem. Maybe you learned something.
With vivid aspects, master surpasses the average class, stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak. You see classic. The question you have is mathematics. Please ask it, son. Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up. And last boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life, my wife, just a romancer. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's destined. You knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved.
106 degrees, pretty warm.
Foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate, truthfully, you my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now
I can't put this in the screen.
For sure that the signal is a scramble or be programmable. From a look up to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, don't love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The most I sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the Black Hawk's talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past to sustain. Let's create an after we've cried, relapse this type of atmosphere. Redirected fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. As sovereign, opulent, autochthonous niches. I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see you, my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully, you my beloved. Sons in whom I'm well pleased. The human heart cries out for help. The human soul implores us for deliverance. But we do not hear their cries, for we neither hear nor understand. But the man who hears and understands we call crazy and flee from him. Just a call to my ancestors, rid the land of damn settlers, turn our signs to hand gestures, whether we feeling advanced pressure. Some storm each playing better, plant and the devil to stand it weather. It's a must we band together, put that on Abraham and Esther, Castilians to conquistadors, and barriers, traitorous force, in the rhyme as traitorous force, as slavers, invaders, war, disguised traitors, missionaries, Islamic Christians with dictionaries, no mutual goal to coexist, those warships in our tributaries, military tactics to test shores, foreigners have no respect for, treaties are over, I expect war from those who want to conquest, except war, it didn't bring women, during the invasions, the minds will rape, miscegenations, the spread of mis and disinformation, which manufactured the miseducation of the soul. Carter G. Bush, Robert Taylor Holmes, Marcy and Brooklyn, projects and hoods. We were pushing in Cali to Florida, hardly cushion. It's like the terrorists, never-ending shipment of American Indians from Belize to the Caribbean. Gears I shot the sheriff meaning. Shell my field can be read, no book. Flows in my veins were prepared with no hook. Behind the back pass with flair, no look. This beef is rare, get fed, no cook. Real peaceful people. They call us animals. Truth of the matter, they were cannibals. Practice unclean religious strikes. Evidence tactical, check the annals. Not reheat this beast flammable. Feel free to critique this cannibal. If your brain's deeply maniable, release or get treated damnable. You speak Hannibal, I talk black hole. Fighting the line out, G-Smack will walk this big muscle drip up to tussle with Uncle Sam, Big Brother, and his clique. Put that on Abraham and Esther. It's a must, we band together. Blend in the devil to stand it with them. Sound strong, each clan better. Whether we feeling the man's pressure, turn our signs to hand gestures. Rid the land of damn settlers. That's the call to my ancestors. Yeah. I'm in my own zone. Within my own home. I'm in my own throne. My own skin, no clone. On long going in for the wind, ozone, 10 toes strong, closed doors are opening, siphoning. My own tone, microphoning. My own song, on my own right and my own wrong. My own masters, I'm my own master, and dead to my own loan. I'm in my own zone. Within my own home.
Okay.
My own skin, no clone. I'm in my own zone. From the hip to the thigh bone. From the lip to the microphone. I'm like a disciple stone. Yet much larger than this fleshly vessel more. Like an architectural lecture with its trestle board. Polished and tougher, I embrace the struggle. Broke free from the dome, I escaped the bubble. They say trust the signs for somebody's line. Try my patience, I'm aligned with Mother Nature, frying these agents of this dying matrix. I'm in my own zone, within my own home. I'm in my own throne, my own skin, no clone. Since 1970, there I was born, Robert Taylor's 92nd Axis, Buckingham's one, first Sister Clever Homage School, then fellowship, Christian Academy, this before I went public, still stuck with self adamantly. Spark from the infinite. See the sun, I'm equivalent. The imminent instrument of the imminent, the legit militant. Break it down in increments. Rid the land of immigrant, misogynist and feminist. Restore the innocent. Half rich of Indians. Round peaks and square holes. Kindred spirits and rare souls. Discard the scarecrows. Better yet, the straw man. Pepperbull rhetoric of the low man. It was us Europeans saw and ever since squatted on our land. Started our clans. Charted our sands, auctioned us through birth certificates, social security, bartered our branches, census, or the doll's rolls, religious books, or lost scrolls. Everywhere we turn, crossroads, if we learn or more, it's most mode. I'm not talking horse code. Purged the family tree that infected the bloodlines of the autochthonous Niji, brought with them disease, their pale-faced Slavic made tags, Gregorian calendar holidays, turned the rainbow to a gay flag. They made treaties with tribes they recognized federally and ethically. They were in cahoots with the Iroquois Confederacy. It's my destiny, along with the ancient ones, to return for everything they owe. I don't mean government sanctioned funds.
I just go out and come back in. You're not gonna hijack my account because you don't have no sense. It doesn't bother me. I can inform everybody I know and tell them, hey, look, I'm about to go live, and y'all can sit there and look dumb wanting to get your paycheck. Well, it's not, you probably don't want to get paid. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know, I really don't want to see your faces in the end, but I think y'all know different. Your little Talmud and all the other stuff, for those, not all of you, that means nothing. Besides it being a lie to conscript something else. But your formula is broken. Unask the show and carry yourself on. Or you can meet me. They had a lot of you fake ones come here to Arizona. It's not like it's not known in what you call the ether and all that other stuff. Do yourselves a favor. Let it go. And for those who here want to actually learn something, you're more than welcome. Unask it, or I'll just go out, let them know I'm going live, and do another one. It's that simple. You're not succeeding in anything. Nothing. See, they're not telling you the truth. Because you're a sacrifice. That's 1,000% for those who get into this number game. Fact.
Living soul, shut off the great matriarch. My heart glistening gold. Everyone wants to walk in the sun with her, but she'll run to the one who will dance in the rain for her until it's done. I'm in my own zone, within my own home. I'm in my own throne, my own skin, no clone. On long going in for the wind ozone, 10 toes strong, closed doors are opening, siphoning, my own tone, microphoning, my own song, on my own right and my own wrong, my own masters, I'm my own master, in debt to my own loan. I'm in my own zone, within my own home, I'm in my own throne, my own skin, no clone. I'm in my own zone, within my own home, because the landslide blown, look for me in a cyclone. Microphone, my own song, my own skin, no clone. And that still be once them foreigners are long gone. Yo. And I got so much more to say.
Ask you what it was.
I want peace. It seems that
war is coming.
I want to feast and I can't seem to stomach. I want increase for industry, things plummet. So I summon from within. Angels and demons like Dan Brown. If you angling and scheming, stand down. It's arranged scenes, man. Scripted, planned out, strange. We understand now how they ran the damn town. Can't on land, handed out books, scriptural to literal. But if you question it, they got rid of you. Democrat Republic, conservative, liberal. Who's ever told you same party you attend is political? It's clear they rather have you vote the career way.
Minerals. Oh.
Conspiracy theories condemned for fear's sake. Most what they call history's merely years. You offer a lot or pray to them, we'll pray.
25. I'm only doing 5 drops.
Make the year for a clear break. Angels language, devil's dialogue, anguish used to keep us languid within the tankage. Aim is to ensure we remain in language, brainless with no heart, cowards framed in anguish. This pain is tameless. I've earned the right to set ablaze the day and burn the night. I'm not an LB all day, nor bright burn, but I burn bright. Yearn to fight the lion that learn to write. What you feed the mind determines the appetite. Vibrate at my highest interference to the satellite. Like I've been little my whole life. I had to fight, got foreigners and aliens in my battle site. I'm more Anazazi than Nazarite. Whooshu bloggers, babblers and acolytes. Now they all act alike. Societies in an uproar, our people still bickering amongst each other as if the world isn't listening. Division is the tradition. I'm using supreme mathematics, subtraction, and addition. Thing between Ukraine and Russia, some are still enlisted. This fictitious corporation, armed forces, and its mission. That problem solving, but multiplying issues in a cult-like fashion. People in bulk dying instead of us unifying. You'd rather talk flake through an iPhone screen. Disrespectful with the comments with an iPhone memes. Mentality, reality, your cry, low screen personalities of a Mach 5 drone or clone beam. Wait till y'all out with this next cyclone bring the Queen Mother's throne king. I'm more enlightened now that I've dropped you. This might shock you, then again it might not. Yet I opt to. You move like how a cop do. I will think outside the box you to stop you. Was a savage to the sacred. You like average, basic. Need more than your tablet and apps to combat with this creative. Deflate the hatred. I give love. If it's not reciprocated, no love lost. Straight my natural state is. And I'm not yet in my prime, y'all. This rhyme's called Angel's Language, Devil's Dialogue. You hit a firewall. The final call. It's your time to fall, my lighter. Blind them all. Next time I be single with no further ado. I bring to you live and direct. Myself tired that son. Jingle. Doing my thing too.
Get rid of those. Oh, it's not available. I don't want season 2. I don't give a about season 2.
Just know. I remember everything.
Okay, whatever, bro. I don't care about
and I'm coming for everything to you. For sure. I teach you up.
That's what's up.
Let me get something with some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean soul. Caribbean. Yeah. About to do this. I'm just a black man title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the cap.
Can play that. Peroia.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no way lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no way lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no way lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no way lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. I'm gonna change that house. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'm laying out execution style too late. You wrapped in a coca, blamed by God, it's overdue. Your time is in the meaningless. Without saying, he put me on the planet for justice to win. The presence about to get rolled down. Some presence attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the era zone. I'm a messenger popping like Ericon. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the political simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protection service. Quick to pull the Glock blast and kill this. Don't take any kind of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who have it to withstand.
Just gotta go.
It's too late when the caps get filled.
Don't care.
GC type, born hits close to home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When the sun is on, all don't care, don't care, don't care. It's gonna be killed whenever I write.
Don't care, don't care.
So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn of light. We gon'
Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. It's unimportant now. It's just unimportant now. Unimportant, unimportant. Unimportant, unimportant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean nothing. Unimportant.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in everyday.
Damn, that was like,
It's such a gimme.
might get rumbling with all
Everybody
that.
back off. You know, everybody's like taught that from school. Everything big business. You want to be successful. You want to be like Trump. Gimme. Push. Step.
Shouldn't want to be like nobody.
That's how it all is. And it's like nobody ever stopped.
Well, Lena, what's up, mama? I was waiting for somebody that I know. I'm not dismissing anybody else, but. And hi to those who come here to watch and learn. To the other ones, you know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. What? It's like 106, but it feels even hotter. Seriously, it feels much hotter. We were out there on the witch guard, taking care and doing some stuff, and I was like, and T was like, he was walking. I was like, man, I'm not going to the gym today. I was gonna work out with, and where other people walking, I'm like, no. This guy walked with all his love out, his belly just as big as I don't know what. I was like, all right, brother, get it, man. I'm like, go ahead. And besides, my knee was hurting, bothering me a little bit. And I was like, man, I ain't doing nothing. Today is one of them days when I chill, man, like real chill. As you see the title there. How you doing, Millennial? Frank Biles, how you doing? Randall, how you doing? I just want to say, okay, yo, old man, want to see my rap? Bro, yo, you already heard what I had to say. So, if you want to come in here and be like the rest of, go right ahead. I always say don't eat sugar and stuff, right? But one of my old things that I enjoy more than anything is Swedish fish. I'm gonna do like extra 50, 200 side crunches. Mama enjoy these. Anyway, I am going to set up a podcast. I was on StreamYard putting it together here. What I was discussing earlier. Why is it acting funny? Because I find it could be a very good topic for discussion. Or, yeah. I gotta re-download my Yahoo Mail. But anyway. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Oh no, it's crazy. China Mac. So in what you call it, that's my cousin Jazz. She's been teaching, school teacher over roughly about 20 years. And the Orange is like top, you know what I'm saying? Phenomenal basketball player. I was surprised she didn't go NBA or whatever, but are things as they seem, or are you all holding on to whatever they state or what they made or create? I think that's a very good question, and I don't want to get into that, us against them against, I don't care about that. The people that care about that have not really circumvented the better equip themselves with themselves, But again, are things as they seem, or are you all holding on to what they state or what they've created? Oh, that's when I went to take care of my grandmother at my aunt's house in the Oranges, Jersey. And yeah, it's beautiful, man. But as far as the topic, I'm only stating this because I have people on Facebook I've been really paying attention to, and you can't unstick people. Your daughter's trying to bully me. That she's bullying herself. Okay, she really is. And if you don't contain yourself, and you probably mean it in a funny way, right? But if you don't contain yourself and you argue back because you're the mom and nothing ever gets solved. But anyway, right? Not being dismissive is a great topic too. I'm looking at someone that does more stuff, and it seems like that's the real big thing right now. Certain individuals, and I guess it's not enough. People who have never really been nowhere, who've only been where they're at, maybe a vacation, all right, don't like to listen to anybody. And those are the ones that I always say, they don't like to listen to anybody to be learned. And what's the big deal? Let them be right where they are. Do not argue. You cannot win. If you're attempting to prove something, well, the most legitimate way is to do this is to keep doing what you're doing if it's about educating or informing people. But make sure you find the information, the sources and resources. But when it comes to this more stuff, I've shared more than enough information in history. The fact that it's allowed to be utilized should speak volumes. All right? People aren't thinking. I had a friend who I served with, a couple, and one guy was from Morocco. The other couple were so-called African. They didn't even like that. And they clearly stated, any American black person or Negro claiming to be more, they said it's one of the most foolish things. And I'm not here to, I don't, there's nothing to gain in arguing. You know, nothing at all. There's no benefit. And then when you find out you're wrong, most of those individuals will find something else to argue about. I've seen it over and over. It's like every day, every week, they just want to argue. Leave those people alone. You can like their posts or whatever, but don't let them drag you into the stinky mire, the sump that they're in. Just don't do it. All right? Don't let looks and all this, what people do and relations, don't let it fool you. All right? But you don't have to strike out at them. You don't have to be all complexity and vile manner and all that. Because it robs you. It doesn't allow you to really pursue and elevate yourself to a more meaningful position. You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn it on just to make sure if they interrupt, because people get emotional. All right, and there's no benefit in that. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's be able to read the comments. Okay. Anyway. So good, so sweet. You had the so-called assassination of Mr. Kirk. But just like every other shooting, there's so much valuable information. You got individuals part of the Sandy Hook and all these other shootings, right? They're showing that they have literally been shown to be actors, and they've been paid for it. My issue is, if it's an issue, why is that people entertain this stuff? Why is not everybody as a collective say, no more, not today, we don't care. You put your show on, you know, and reach out to the so-called intelligent kids in high school and college. Now, I know that many of them have an inferiority complex and they really think they're real intelligent and smart. Everyone can be lied to, but nobody's really paying attention to what California and what everybody's been doing on these so-called liberal states, as far as telling the children they can call themselves furries and all this other weird stuff, having a couple of officers dress up like dog masks, and because of their homosexuality and this, that, and other. You know, how many of y'all know about the mitzvah? You know, when these nasty individuals, when these frauds, I speak with real authority and knowing, cut the foreskin, which is not supposed to be removed, people. It is not. There's nothing unclean or dirty about the foreskin on your men. And then they go ahead and the blood and all that kind of stuff, right? But you see how many of them they were trying to help with the monkeypox, but it was actually, STDs. And a lot of them are coming from these individuals. You know, if that is not enough to put people in the right direction, I'm my thing is to get people to elevate themselves, all right? You know, to move beyond their physical perversion or ideology, you know, that people want to be like the ideation of certain things. I find it like when people ask me these questions, I find it very unimportant to respond. I'm like, what do you want to, what am I supposed to say to you? What is so hard with that simple question to find on your own? Some individuals, they just have this about them, which is, not, again, I have to say this, not to be demeaning and stuff. They have this way about them that they don't really know what they're telling on themselves, kind of. And that's why I don't entertain them. But I figured I would come on here because obviously somebody asked me this question. I don't see how y'all follow this stuff. I don't see why y'all still listen to the media. You would say this is the media, right? Content. I'm not here to tell you lies of news, and I'm here to share something with which may be beneficial to you, or it may not. I love these things. I put on a pound eating it, but anyway, it's up to you to find out what's important. Charlie Kirk. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't think he's, regardless of what I think, my personal reflection, it's not important. When I first put it up, I already had the other answer, and you'll show when I did that video. I wanted to see how people responded. Most people want to hear something that fits their narrative or their ignorance, and I proved it. If it was real, it would not be a good thing. If it's not real, it's still not a good thing. All right? Either way. But to keep fooling the population, and my thing is, I look at those who partake in it. I have to. I'm not going to speak on it. I have to look at the players. I'm like, okay. Poor choices. Yet, I guess stated, you can be somewhere and see and be part of something that seems bigger than anything, and see things nobody else does, and it can be convincing. Hey, Nitzia, what's up? What's going on, Antic? I don't buy anything that's been displayed, laid out before us in any content or whatever. I know that they're the very 8-pack are the very ones behind trying to take your Second Amendment, your constitutional rights, and everything else. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks, that's a fact. The fact that they want Israel first, America second, it's not even about America second because they want to destroy you. Okay? Shalom, mama. They want to destroy you. That's a fact. What was mind-boggling is that people, and I'm not saying everyone, because they'll destroy their own creation, so-called Jews, right? That, I think, would be something to personify and discuss. all the other things, those are entrapments, deflections. You keep your eyes, stuck there instead of over there. For those who are very into the physical realm of things, all right. I got the little Mylar protected window thing on the side because that sun is beaming. I take that down even with the little AC on low. I'll be like, piece of beef bacon up in here. But regardless, I don't even like discussing this stuff. I don't like giving energy to things that are meaningless unless you're stuck there. If that's where you're at, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a good place. And if you think it is, then there's no purpose to be listening to me. Because I did what I had to do to get people. All right? And I did it utilizing truth, factors of emotions, feelings, derivatives of what's going on. People, right now, you got people being lynched. You got serial killers all over this country. But nobody wants to have that conversation. The division and the secularism is a very, very destructive thing. But why? Because everybody's talking about God, but they're not, and they hear themselves calling themselves, and they don't know this because they've been so overly conditioned. I cannot free anyone. You have to free yourself. If you want free, everybody want free, but nobody want die. Everybody want live, but nobody want death. Killing the fake you and allowing the real you to live. See, y'all, I knew what y'all thinking, Shadow Boy or something like that. I've been hearing that since I was a youngling. All right? If you really, truly want this life to live, you have to kill the old you. Okay? Red, did you hear what Stephen Miller said? Wants to pave the way for the yous to come here. I don't pay attention to nothing on media, hon. I don't care about him. None of them. Saint Yeager, I don't care about none of them, hon. I shared stuff hoping that people would pay attention and say, wait a minute, this is a bigger game than I can even imagine. And I always say, stop playing a game with them. Look how they got that one Kai Kanat, whatever, sitting with the Native Americans. He's an operative. He's an operative, you know. He claims to be Nigerian or whatever, you know. We allow this stuff to lay out before us, and I will continue to express the fact that you must look within and stop looking at everything out here. It's meaningless if it's mindless. Oh no, you don't explain that, honey. I can dig it. I've been and looking at stuff, and all of a sudden he pops up, and I'm like, what is he talking about now? And I'm like, and I once I hear it, I'm like, I get off of it real quick. I can dig it. But I'm pointing out something that should be paid attention to. It's not about whether we don't have no emotions, no feelings, no egos, or nothing. I don't care if it's by accident. What I'm saying is, I didn't ask you to follow him, hon. I'm pointing out something to benefit everybody. This is not a conversation with just you and me. This is for everybody, hon. All right? This is for everybody. Okay? Benefits. It benefits for us to eternalize what we need and look inside ourselves. It's very important. It doesn't matter. I have a lot of stuff on here, right? And a lot of that I go over. I study people, and I'm always realizing that the more I look into individuals, the more I see that a lot of them, they're scripted. You know what I'm saying? They are literally scripted. And if I'm going to breathe and meditate, and I'm going to do the best I can to further ascend, elevate myself, and I'm not talking about like ladder after physically dying or something. I'm talking about ascend now, personify other things. To ascend means to raise your inner conscious, just like the woke, right? The government took that and used it as a weapon, like a woke movement. They can't do that because you're waking up. They want to deflect, and they want to distract, and forget them. You know, forget them. We have to. One has to breathe and learn how to. It's very important. And nobody's going to really do it because most people just go, what I'm doing is going to work. And they still have the same mentality, the same attitude, the same actions, always pull the same thing. Those individuals you got to let go. There's a truth in the meaning, shake the chaff from the wheat. That means to take your stalk and shake it and get all that crap off and allow your wheat to shine. You know, to be the healthy of the grain. Everybody. Okay? Here I am eating Swedish fish. One of my downfalls besides the donut. But anyway. And I don't admit and get all crazy in my head about it either. We create, we speak. We literally speak things to life. They're going to do what they're doing. Remember when I was, I put up, what was the day before? About all the Hindus? I showed you that they got a great numbers of illegals here. But what do you see? You see them patrolling our streets with racists. I like when Cat Williams said it, 2024. He said any racist today, any person a racist that exists, and he said when he be said, he was one stupid, and they are. They are the dumbest SOBs, whatever. It's like the zombies, like the Walking Dead. But you can never change individuals' minds. You can't change their perceptions and what they've been grafted into. All the lies. But I always said, if you walk in a lie, you're going to manifest those lies. I can't listen to no media. I can sit there and look at them. It won't bother me. It doesn't faze me. But I don't want to hear none of it. I look at them and I'm watching. See, when I'm watching, right? I'm watching them, what they're doing to themselves. Now this eighth bullcrap, right? I'm not saying it all, right? Chat GPT, whatever you want to call it. Before you know it, because those individuals have emotions and feelings, it's not going to be anyone. It's going to be that's creating that, an illusion. And saying whatever to feed the minds of lost. That's why I say it's imminent that people learn how to breathe, how to meditate. Most people can't even sit there for a minute in silence, or for 5 minutes, at least 10 out of the whole 24-hour period a day. Most people can't even sit there to get to a point of 25 minutes to a 30 or to an hour of meditation. That's sad. I think people are scared of clarity, of raising their self-awareness. Just like when I told you that name of God, it's I. People have a problem with that because it's not the lies they've been fed. And they keep thinking that, okay, there we go. They keep thinking that they figured it out. And majority of people haven't figured out nothing. But who am I to say? You know? I mean, we see it. Are things as they seem, right? Are they really as they seem? Or are people actually just holding on to what's been given them? I honestly, my opinion, I think people are holding on to what's been given to them. Otherwise, they'd be breathing, meditating. They would be starting the professional steps of better acclimation to self-embetterment and improvement. And they're not. How many of y'all can be honest and say, I haven't been either myself, regardless of how many times I've stated these things that push them forward? I know, but I'm not here. I can't sit there and I can't say what you're doing or what you're not doing. It's for you to do it. And what I know, the majority aren't really doing anything. Or they're giving it a shot, and it seems hard. Unless somebody was leading them to follow, then they might. You know what I mean? But some people allow stress to be the benefactor. When stress is just another something. Or somebody, but the bills, and now they'll argue. I'm about to be home. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's what you need. But without guidance, it can be very destructive. Because individuals haven't allowed themselves to grow, to nurture themselves, to be the gods that they are. You know? These things are so good. Where a young man at? Hey man, look at that box. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Let's see what's up. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like it's mind-boggling. But the moment you start doing, I shared what, 3 different ways to breathe. I've given y'all 2 others with the 30 deep breath, inhalation through you, in your nose and out your nose. But you can also let a little bit come out your lungs. But you got to expel it all the way. Hyperventilate yourself to where you feel lightheaded. The lightheadedness is not a bad thing. That means you got more oxygen in there because your brain was starving. Now imagine being used to that, where it's a little more clarity. That means it's clear. And then after that, how to hold your breath, how to walk, count 10 steps holding your breath, 20 steps holding your breath, 30 steps holding your breath. Exhale. Hold your breath and walk 10 steps again. And keep pushing and pushing. What's coming from that? It's an incredible exercise. You're starving the body of something it requires, but are you bringing more balance to the carbon neutral? And when you do these things, things change. I can't say how it's going to change or if it's going to change. Oh, you watched it? You like that? But I look for things that I do. Like whatever I do, I learned a long time ago, I'll go on there and I'll put keywords in. Oh, well, look at that. They got like 18 videos. I'm like, whoa. Really? They got 18 videos. I'm going to share this with some people. I'll screen record it and put it out there. So that way they can hear it from somebody else instead of like going, oh, there he goes talking about. People get like that. When I said that, it's funny how royalty is fighting and killing one another and the peasants are in control. I heard crickets. It's sad. Because if royalty was in those positions, you wouldn't have all the things that are going on. You wouldn't. And when I stated that there are a lot of melanated people who have betrayed their own people, nobody didn't believe me at first. I used to say it all the time, even in the military. Now people are like, okay, I can see it. But don't meditate on it. That means to further find your internal existence and increase that, magnify it, better yourself. All right? So you walk in your light. All right? And you can lust after yourself, yo. You can be like, I love me. But not to the point where it's perverted. You can be like, thank goodness I exist. That's a form of lust. But it's not what you think. Lackluster TV. And you ever watch that? Audit the audits? These words, man. They're a big play. You know what I mean? The cosmic knowing what's going on. Grand rising. What's up, beloved? We've given them too much. And we've taken from them nothing. You don't have to give anything. You don't have to take nothing. What you have to do is increase your empowerment of self. Be more reliable of self. And in that, you'll see the collective. Or you can do as it says. You can hold on to whatever they've given you, whatever they state, whatever they say. When you stop caring about all that, is when you care more about your indebtedness to self. You know what I mean? I can't eat no more of the sweets, man. That sugar is too much. I just had mineral water after having a beef stick, and then minerals, and it's only 5 drops, and I'm supposed to have. I think we can get up to like 20 drops a day. Nope. 5 drops is more than enough for me than anything. But I just want to share things that may be beneficial and helpful in the same, you know. But it's up to the individual. It's up to the individual, because you're not a collective. It's up to the individual to take charge and do these things. And the moment you do it, like, I still need to go outside and meditate. I mean, I was doing a form of meditating. I felt myself going to sleep. But I need to go out and I need to sit on that bench right there in front of me in that sun, because I sun gaze, all right? Just like I did yesterday for like 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. And I need to sit there and meditate and allow myself to free something. And that's what I'm doing when I get off of here. And y'all are more important to me probably than to yourself. When I shared with my old lady Stu, I says, look, man, if I can have 5 women, it'd be great. She's like, hey, she knows. But it's not for sexual deviance or pleasure. It's to keep the bloodline strong without malfeasance, to keep it strong and growing. You know? I mean, Robert De Niro, 80-year-old self, just had another baby not too long ago, man, right? Last year, year before, whatever. Because they know what we were supposed to know. Sifu Eddie Lane. Sifu poked me on Facebook. I didn't turn that notification up. I got a lot of Kung Fu masters who we follow each other and, you know, commune. Anyway, I know some people might sit there going, oh man, you study Kung Fu and karate and jiu-jitsu and da-da-da-da, you meditate and all that other stuff. Look, man, meditation is, there's a benefit to all. Just like yoga or anything else, you have to separate yourself from the noise, sit alone and hear your thoughts, but more important, nature and its order, and you have to talk to yourself. You absolutely have to commune with yourself. Like when you hug a tree, right? I hugged a tree a little while ago, right? I was hugging it. I was like, oh, the ants are just doing their thing. It's cool. And I was hugging the tree and I was like, we are eternally bonded. You are everything that I am everything that you are, for we are I. This is the creation. Every time I hear a Hebrew Israelite say Yasharallah, I'm like, that's a made up word. Yahweh. When I was telling people 25 years ago, Yahweh, dealing with cards, tarot cards, I said, that's Yahweh Beth. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. I got the Star of David. That ain't no Star of David. That's the Star of Rim, fam. But it's up above, as above, so below. Doesn't as above, so below means that you're consciously clean and aware. Where you get this from, dude? If you take the time and breathe, you'll see. It's more and a knot of common sense. There's a reality that's not perplexed. You don't have to keep adding more stuff. We have to strip away because the veil is covering everything. The veil they created. Because everybody keeps looking outside themselves to see the wall. And unharden that concrete that's in them, so that way it can be the door, you can move it and the door can be open so you can be further in your truth. Whatever truth you find. That's my boo-boo. Hey, mama. Today is her. We don't celebrate birthdays, but today is her birthday. I know she's thinking, no, that's my babe. You know what I'm saying? Snoo. But yeah, it's her day. It's another cycle around the sun, or suns. I think there's 3 moons and 3 suns. That's me personally. Don't worry about it. Okay. But yeah, it's my baby girl. You know what I mean? Look under the curtains, man. Hey, tear the curtains down. Kick open the screen, break the window, get it out of there. So remove it, man. Knock it out. Don't worry about how green the pasture is. Don't worry about how tall the trees are. Don't worry about how bright the sun is. Embrace it all. Just be one with it. Be fluid. Be fluid. She's raised wonderful children. Listen, y'all, the women are our strength. I know we could be knuckleheads and a little beastly and want. Okay, yes, we can. But what woman doesn't want a man who don't want from those women? I used to look at all the men that grew around me, magnificent men. The women outlived 2 husbands, 3 husbands, and they didn't want for nothing because everything they want, the women made sure was there, and they provided for those women. It was magnificent, magnificent. Like when we created the pin, rolling like a pin. Y'all remember that commercial from the 80s, right? Y'all gotta excuse me, that's just the way I move. We're built different, you know? And it's beautiful. And we've allowed them to decipher and undecipher, and it create this delegitimization to make us illegitimate. How? No, man, that's bull. Don't even pay attention to that. Y'all are royalty. You are sentient. I asked y'all, what's the relationship between the dragon and the wolf? Neither lie. See how simple that is? Neither lie. Either you just don't know the dragon or the wolf, or in your false perfection, you claim to know them. Therefore, ergo, most people lie. And I'm grateful that most people really had no idea. But the relationship between the dragon and the wolf is they don't lie. 2 ears, 2 horns. Don't be caught up in their malfeasance. When they dance around and prance around and we lost our animalistic ways, our things that we connect ourselves to, because they gave you fake religion, had you looking outside and hating and perverting, and then you consummate a relationship by consuming the shit. Excuse my language. I really don't like cursing like that. It's always been an act. You have to breathe, my beloveds. Let them be caught up in their complexities and foolishness. Doesn't mean that you got to lay it out. No, it means how did Sister Girl say it? And before she passed away, she said, "And I rise," as she wrote in one of her poems. And I rise, and yet I still rise. I'm always hearing things, so forgive me. And still I rise. My Angelo, here. And still I rise, right? Excuse me. Bring some clarity. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like oil wells pumping in my living room. Message. Just like moons and suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds? You know, I do the flamingo. But that's me. Okay, excuse me. At the meeting of my thighs. Out of the, for men it would be because I'm falliced up, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what she's saying. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I am a black ocean leaping and wide. Welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. The dance, baby girl. And I will dance the flamingo with you, babe. Have you spinning on my bicep and swerve your way and sweep you up with my broken back and slang you down with my broken knees, and still we will rise. You better stop texting. I hope y'all appreciated that. That was Maya Angelou's And I Rise. And that's who you are. Okay? You're not what somebody says. An enemy cannot define a state or make you, because the enemy of the enemy, who is not your friend, is still the enemy. Did you get that? Is servitude good? You cannot serve two masters. That means one out there and the one in you. So if you're serving the one out there, how are you serving? You're not yourself. You're just serving. You are doing a disservice to yourself. So how can you rise? How can you ascend? Now you can, how they say it? Most times when you say, they raise means to tear down. Rise means to, you see what I'm saying? To raise something means to bring it down. So never say, mama and daddy raised me. That means, yeah, they destroyed you because they told you a bunch of lies based on the system, and you have been broken into that. So how can you serve two masters? Okay. It's unimportant for people to hit the like or anything. It's unimportant to me. I always feel that to reach more people would matter. But I can see who shares it and who doesn't, so it's all right. I am not conflicted. Even though I used to say that, I'm not. I appreciate everybody who subscribes, those who like it, those who share it, those who take it to memory are more important. It's more important that you see in yourself what you need to see than what I see. Okay? In the flesh. What did you say, mama? Spiritually, we are the truth, but we lie in the flesh. Absolutely, baby. But we can tell the truth in the flesh, too, and it can be good. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, man. I just wanted to come on and just give that, people ask questions, and I don't always have an answer. It's not always about having an answer, but I'll respond the best way I can, or you know, hopefully something that's meaningful. You know, they didn't interrupt it today. Wow. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to do this because it does help. Because it helps. God dog it. And besides that, why not? You know that? I'm trying. Yes. Don't text, honey. I don't want to see in the accident, and I don't want you to get pulled over either. That's not a good thing. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I hope it was meaningful. I hope that you can benefit from it. Always. All right. So I'm gonna sign off. And again, I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to say ACL because this is ridiculous. And now it's cold. It's too cold. I'm going out here in this heat. I'm gonna sit out in this sun, take this t-shirt off, and I'm just gonna meditate for how long before I burn up. All right. Yeah. There's a lot more I could say, but I think that was maybe beneficial for some. All right. Let's see you guys later. All right. Appreciate you all. All right. Women of the strength, men of the power in our existence. All right. Doesn't matter in everybody else's. All right. Grand Room. Yes. Cosmic Stars Room. Why? Absolutely. All right, y'all. Y'all have a grand day. All right.